What is up, Yahoo Fable? It is me, EE. I am here live at E3. Nintendo is doing some big things, and I'm with somebody who does some pretty big things himself. My man JC is in the building. Amidst all of this awesome, these games that have been announced, this setup that you guys have brought to us. How are you feeling right now, my man?
Oh my gosh, it's been what's really cool is I'm just really happy because I've been kind of part of this whole thing where you can see all the games right before because I've been working in the treehouse and you see a lot of stuff, right? And so you don't really know what impact it has on people until you see them start playing it and turn around and go, oh dude, that was sick. So I'm like, it's really good to be able to connect those two things, and we'll see people just have a lot of fun, man. And yeah, tournaments, gameplay, I mean, we've got it all going here.
No doubt, man. I was here last year too, man. I know it was super like Zelda-centric, and this year though, we've got ARMS, we've got Splatoon 2. You know what I mean? You really think about how that all came together. For you, when does the development really start? When you start planning out what you want to do here, like this is basically I'm in Mario Odyssey for the most part. You know what I mean? This is ridiculous. But when for you do you guys really start planning?
You know what's interesting is when it comes to game development, I'll let the game developers talk about that. If you're watching Treehouse Live or the stuff that we're doing over there, they talk about how long it's been developed. But usually, games are ready when they're ready, man. It's a creative process, right? But as far as me and like setting up tournaments and this whole event thing, oh, I've been playing this for so long, dude. So I'm a project manager for ARMS, right? And so I've been playing ARMS for the last 8 months, 8 to 10 months. And it's really interesting to see how the game has grown from where it was when I first started playing it to like having playing against you, playing against like other folks that we know.
He beat me pretty good.
No, I wasn't. It was close. Trust me, he's legit. Don't mess with him. But yeah, I mean, it's seeing people acclimate to the game that you've been so so in depth with. It's just like it's a very different feeling. Like, how are they moving? What are they doing? And my understanding of the game starts to change. So how does it feel? And what how long have I been really preparing for this? It's weird because planning, months. But being prepared how to adjust and kind of learn about how the community is going to grow about this and what you guys think, like, that's a constant thing that I'm on top of on the daily. So I'm very interested to see what people think about, not just ARMS and Splatoon 2 and, Pokken Tournament Deluxe, which is, there's a lot here, and it's all coming this summer. So they're real close by, and we can't wait to see how people have fun with it.
No doubt about it, man, and a lot of fun to be had, not just for the people viewing, but for those competitors as well. I know you guys are having a couple tournaments here. Yeah. One actually going on behind us, if I'm not mistaken, the Splatoon is taking place. Now, for ARMS and Pokken, were those kind of like the games Nintendo decided to kind of branch out and maybe start to put their foot into esports a little bit? I know Nintendo Versus is a really big hot topic right now. You guys just launched that Twitter. Was this kind of like the stepping stones to maybe Nintendo getting their foot in there?
That's actually, okay, so we're like three things here. Where should we start? You want to start with, how about this? Let's go tournaments, and let's go with the three games, right? Okay. Well, the three games, we're really focusing on kind of like, this summer and the next couple months, right? You have ARMS launching like this Friday. Oh my gosh, that's actually really weird to say.
Oh, yeah,
I was like,
crazy.
Oh, we're here at E3, and this game is... Okay, I didn't expect I'd be saying that. So ARMS launches this Friday. Yes, Splatoon 2, I think it's a month, sometime in July. And then I think you have a Pokken Tournament like a month or so later on, right? So we also wanted to make sure and broadcast how much fun it is really to play, these games. And I think people that haven't played it or didn't try it, they may not understand what's fun to watch or why it's fun to play. But when you put the game in front of other people and you can explain it in a way that makes sense, just depending on what your interest level is, it's really interesting to me how people can go, wow, I didn't know it like that. Maybe I should give it a shot. And that's all I want, because that's kind of the whole thing, right? I mean, I don't know how you got into Smash, but I got into Smash because I didn't have an N64. Actually, yeah, I didn't have an N64. My friend had it at his friend's house, and he was like, yo, you ever play this game? I'm like, what is that? And he came over, and I was like, he said, come over here. And I started playing, and I'm like, oh, this is good. And so if that's the way I learned about games, I want people to have that same feeling that you could play with other people that you know. So yeah, stack lineup for this summer. You have those three games launching, and those tournaments are just one way to kind of learn what it's like to watch at that competitive level. Even if it's not like super high competitive, man, we have our own little thing that we do, and it's going to be a little different.
All right, JC, so I have to ask, man, obviously being a Smasher myself, got a lot of people relying on me to ask this one. Can we expect maybe a possible Smash 4 port for the Switch? Obviously, whatever you can say.
It's such a nice day outside. I mean, don't you love it's a beautiful day in sunny California?
I love California. Dude, I had KBBQ knock my socks off.
Good. What's good? KBBQ is great.
It is great.
But no kidding. I got nothing. But I'll say, we do totally recognize that the Smash folks want something like that, and I hear you loud and clear. I do. We hear you.
Hey, keep hope alive, guys. Never a bad thing. All right, my man. So I have to ask this as well.
Absolutely.
Splatoon, ARMS, like, Pokken Deluxe. The Twitter account that came out for that obviously is, it's amazing, right? Nintendo Versus. But is that like going to be a permanent fixture for Nintendo? Is that just for E3? Or can we expect maybe more standardized tournaments going down the road?
Well, I'll say that primarily it is for this E3. I mean, we have so much content going on. It'd be really weird to flood our, thing with that. So yeah, so I think that is an appropriate thing. But beyond that, I mean, I don't know. It depends how much support we get from that Twitter account, and like I'm curious. If you guys want to see more stuff, let us know. We're always listening. So, but I'm open to suggestions.
Well, I suggest you do. Well, that's one thing Nintendo has always done well, right? I mean, you can be super competitive, obviously, like, Smashers out there. Or just have a good time, man. I think Mario Odyssey is a game that's really going to push that.
Mario Odyssey.
I mean, what are your feelings about that, man? I love the new concept that they showed, like how he actually can, like, possess a body or a villain and take control of that. Like,
So Super Mario Odyssey, I gotta gush about this a little bit. So usually when I first started with the game, I was playing it in the treehouse, and I'm like, okay, I don't quite understand. Like, it's really cool, like this weird hat thing. Okay, cute. I didn't really get it. And then in the trailer that we launched, I mean, the first time I saw it, dude, I kid you not, I was like, I cried. Because with the music and everything, it was just this, there's some kind of insane joy that's just like there, like little details. But it feels good when you look at that game, when you know what it's going to be, it feels good. That's it. It's just feeling good. It's so simple. So that's why I almost teared up again when we showed it. We actually broadcast in the booth, and I was like, I was just like, I'm cool, guys. And I was just like wiping my tears, dude. I was like, it's pretty emotional because, holding on to it for so long, and now I get to talk about it. I'm like, it's weird being able to talk about it with you, too. I'm just like.
It's awesome, man. I mean, this is definitely like a feel-good event. I mean, everybody, you look around, you can't see a face just not smiling. Or maybe a couple intense faces, those arms, Splatoon. It's just,
you got your game face.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, it's just one of those things, man. I'm having an amazing time. And thank you so much for your time, dude. It really means a lot. But I couldn't let you get out of here without asking the one question, man. Nintendo Versus, that one panel up there, man, that's a little empty, man. Any ideas what might be filling that later on?
I'll tell you what. If you take a look at the color of the red, straight up, it's the red that's in our branding. It's in our logo.
That's true.
Yeah, it's not the same kind of red. And it's just so we could actually put the little picture of the profile pic. Sorry.
You know why I like you, JC? You make the TV answer sound good, too.
What, dude? No, I'm just being for real.
No, I know.
Yeah, dude, but again, actually I want to, real quick on Nintendo Versus, it was a really cool thing because we thought, how do we communicate? We have so much tournament stuff, right? You have 3 different tournaments with 3 different things, right? You have a Splatoon 2 tournament that's global. Right. You got a team from France, you got a team from Japan. It was crazy getting that together.
People don't realize how big Splatoon actually is.
Oh, man. Well, it's interesting because, just real quick on Splatoon, you have these teams that in Japan, it's massive in Japan. Right here, it's small, smaller relatively to Japan, but if you watch it, it is really fun to watch. And I think putting that in front of people is gonna be really cool. Or if you didn't know about ARMS or Pokken, when you start watching it, that's all it is. So I mean, you have completely different things. I mean, ARMS it's not even out yet.
I know.
There is no community, but
people are already just thinking of strategies already. That's how invested they are.
I remember we were at a Smash tournament a while ago when I brought ARMS, and everyone was just like, y'all wanna get a match in? I'm like, well, no, that's for you guys to sample. It's like, no, people start taking it seriously, and they're like, no, best 2 out of 3, I got this. I'm like, all right, so I can see there would be something. So we're looking to really grow that community for ARMS. And of course, dude, Pokken Tournament, there's, for Deluxe, there's so many of those people, especially, shout out to all the people that were trying to support that game and continue to support that game. We love you guys. And it's showing that support for the communities that really stick around and dude, like you guys and everyone else that's supporting our game.
We appreciate you guys for noticing that too. That's a big thing.
But that's really what Nintendo Versus is really for you for. If you're interested in any of the competitive stuff that we're doing here, it's just a Twitter, one place where you can get all of your official Nintendo competitive stuff, pretty much. All the terms we're doing here, it's just easy to go to. So that's what that is.
Well, JC, thank you so much for your time. Guys, thank you for your time as well, watching. Amazing interview. I know you're a busy man. I don't want to hold you too much.
No, I'll make time for you.
Thank you, man.
I got you.
And thank you for making time for us, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.